Beautiful people, beautiful people, what is up? Trying to see if I brought my water over here before we began. I don't think I did. Oh well, we'll see how long we can make it before we absolutely must get up and get some water. Let's get the mustache situated. Let's get that mustache situated. So today's a little bit earlier than what we have been streaming. What, we're like a few hours early today. Let's see. Let me get everything pulled up real quick, guys. All right, all right. Uh, ooh, so close. So close, Sean. You were so close to being first. Almost. Almost. All right, let's let the Discord know that we are live. All right, all right. There we go. There we go, guys. I believe we are good to go. The phone button is stuck. How's everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? What up, man? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Okay. So today, guys, the main topic of today's stream, irrational thoughts that trigger you. You only care because they trigger you. Okay, so we want to make this known today. We want to dive into this a little bit today because a lot of times with sensitized nerves or tired nerves, whatever you want to call it, a lot of times when we're going through periods of anxiousness in our lives, when we're going through these journeys, a lot of times we are kind of plagued by irrational, worrisome thoughts. Okay. And what happens is we pretend to care about these thoughts, but it's not so much the context of these thoughts that we care about, it's the fact that they're triggering us. Okay. And knowing this is going to help you. Knowing this is going to help you because it's going to make it much less likely that you are going to dive so deep with these freaking thoughts and continue to beat yourself up over these thoughts when you come to the realization when you come to the realization that it's not so much that you care about the context of these thoughts, but rather the fact that they trigger you. All right? So that is going to be the main point of today's stream. Now I'm going to switch over to this screen real quick because I do need to grab something to drink unless you guys want to listen to this cracky voice the whole time, which I'm sure you don't want to do that. It's getting there, man. It's almost 100%. Okay. Okay. I mean, the drink doesn't take it away completely, but it does help soothe it a little bit. Help soothe it a little bit. So, let's see. What's up, Sahul? Welcome, dude. Welcome, welcome. So, you know what? How long have we been? About 3, 4 minutes. You know what? Let's just go ahead and dive into it because why not? It's long enough, I believe. We are a little bit early today, but it'll be fine. So, guys, as I was just saying, it's really important when you're going through these anxious periods in your life, okay, where you start to become plagued by these anxious, worrisome thoughts that make you just jump to the worst case scenario, okay, catastrophize, right? And what happens is, and what happened with me is a lot of times when this starts to happen, we make the mistake of taking these thoughts, okay, as important to us, right? And it's because you're in the anxiety state that they're triggering you. But we make the mistake of taking the context of the thoughts as important to us. But I want you to understand something because I know when people hear that, they're like, okay, well, that's all well and good. Maybe that'll help me not worry about these thoughts so much. But, but, I got a question for you, Wonder Bro. How can that be true? These thoughts, I absolutely hate them. Everything about them I can't stand about these thoughts, right? I do worry about these thoughts. So how can you tell me that I need to give them less credit? And again, that's where we come in with the main point of today's stream. Let's say you had the same exact thought. And I'm just going to pull an example out of my ass. Let's say you had, a worrisome thought. What if I'm doing this wrong? Or what if I'm you know, what if this just isn't gonna work for me? Let's say you have these thoughts, right? And they trigger you. And I use those examples because a lot of people have these, particular thoughts, but you can apply them to whatever thoughts you have, right? And the thing about it is, if you had that same exact thought, but it didn't come with such a trigger, which means it didn't make you anxious, you didn't feel that knee jerk reaction to it, right? It didn't fill you with so much fear, okay? Then you wouldn't give a shit about it. And then some people say, well, I've got this sort of thought about my real life, okay? Well, again, there's nothing wrong with living your life and doing all these great things. You should. But if you had the same worrisome thought, and I want you to put yourself in this position for a second, if you had the same worrisome thought about your life or whatever the case may be, but it came with no fear, it came with no fear. There was no slight reaction in the body or heavy reaction in the body. There was no fear that came over you when you had these thoughts, right? Would you give a shit? No. No, because you would be rational and you would be like, you know what? Life's going to happen. I'll figure it out as it comes. I've got this. I can make plans for the future. I can do my best in life, right? But when these thoughts come with that trigger, when these thoughts come with that fear, suddenly you give a shit. Suddenly you give a shit about them, right? But I'm here to tell you, even though the context of these thoughts, these irrational thoughts, these worrisome thoughts, these what if thoughts, even though they seem important, okay, on the surface, you have to dive a little bit deeper and ask yourself, if I had the same thoughts just pop up into my mind, because we can't control what thoughts pop up in our mind, right? If I had the same exact thoughts pop up in my mind, but I wasn't sensitized, okay, therefore the thoughts cause no fear, would I give a shit? No. No. More than likely you would be able to go, oh, well, that was random, right? Like you used to be able to do with your what if and worrisome thoughts and whatnot. So, a lot of times what happens is, guys, we get into that tired nervous system, right? We get into that tired nervous system, and all of a sudden, these thoughts start to carry more weight than they normally would. And because they carry more weight than they normally would, we start to give a shit. Okay? But understand, this is not the real you. Understand, this is not the real you. And you can ask yourself that question when you have an irrational thought and you start to get really worried about it and you start to give it a lot of credit. You can ask yourself that question. If this didn't trigger me, would I care? If the answer to that question is no, if the answer to that question is, if this didn't trigger me, I'd be able to brush it off, right? If this didn't trigger me, I'd be able to think around it. If this didn't trigger me, I'd be able to be rational. If the answer to that question is that, okay, then stop giving so much credit to the thought, okay? Because again, guys, we get into this tired nervous system, and then suddenly all these thoughts start to carry so much weight that they didn't carry before. So you're getting bluffed into giving these thoughts more credit than they deserve, when if you weren't in a tired nervous system, you wouldn't care about them anyway, right? And that's something to remind yourself next time you have an irrational thought and you start to give it too much credit. You need to ask yourself, if I wasn't sensitized, would I give this thought so much credit? If this thought didn't trigger me, would I give it so much credit? If I wasn't in a tired nervous system, would I give it so much credit? The answer to that question is going to be no. The answer to that question is going to be no, because the fact of the matter is, you're only giving it so much credit because it's causing so much fear, right? If it wasn't causing so much fear, you wouldn't be giving it so much credit. And the only reason it's causing so much fear is because you're in a tired nervous system. So let me say that again. Let me say that again, and I'm going to write it down so I can actually put it in chat. If the thought didn't cause so much fear, would I care about it? No. The reason it causes so much fear is because I'm in a tired nervous system. So there you go, guys. And some people might want to be like, oh, well, how can you prove that? Think back on your past. Think back on your past before you became sensitized, right? Think back on the past before you became sensitized, right? Think back on the past and go live. So next time these irrational thoughts come, you need to realize something. If they didn't cause so much fear, you wouldn't care anyway. So why are you trying to figure them out? Right? If they didn't cause so much fear in you, which they wouldn't if you weren't sensitized, you can look back on your past and prove that, then you wouldn't care about them. So why are you trying to figure them out anyway? Right? Why are you trying to figure? You're wasting your time. You're running a damn circle. Because here's the thing. Again, let's say it one more time. And I know you guys probably get sick of hearing me repeat things, but this is so important, right? This is so important to help you not give so much credit to those thoughts, right? If the thought didn't cause so much fear, would I care about it? Of course not. The reason it causes so much fear is because I'm in a tired nervous system. How do we prove that? Look back on the person you used to be before you got into the tired nervous system, and you can prove to yourself that these thoughts are similar thoughts when they didn't bring so much fear because your nerves weren't in the state that they're in currently, you wouldn't have cared. So again, one last time, I'm going to read it one last time. If the thought didn't cause so much fear, would I care about it? Of course not. The reason it causes so much fear, the reason these worries, whatever the context may be, these thoughts that we don't choose, they just pop in our head. The reason it causes so much fear is because I'm in a tired nervous system. Right? Right? So, why are you fighting with thoughts that you wouldn't have cared about before? Give them less credit, guys. Give them less credit. If you've got a worry in your mind that can be solved, go ahead, solve it, then drop it. But chances are you can't solve it. You just keep running in circles. You just keep running in circles. So understand something. If the thought came and didn't bring any fear with it, that emotion of fear that you experience because you were in the tired nervous system, would you care about the thought? The answer to that question is no. So why are you caring about it now? You're caring about it because it brings fear. So you're trying to get rid of that fear by fighting with it, but you're just running in circles. Okay, well, let's cut out the middleman and let's just look at the facts. The only reason you care to begin with is because it brings fear. The only reason it brings fear to begin with is because you're in a tired nervous system. So why are you trying to solve it? Right? Right? If you've got worries in your head that you've got a solution to, go ahead, use your solution and then drop it and move on. But chances are you've tried that and you're just running in circles now. Chances are you've tried that and you're just running in circles now, right? Because if you could solve it, you probably already would have. You wouldn't be here now. So, again, guys, these thoughts bring so much fear because you're in a tired nervous system, right? You can look back on your past and prove that. If you weren't in a tired nervous system, you could be able to, brush these thoughts off. So I want you to understand that the next time these thoughts come, do you really want to solve these thoughts? Or are you just getting bothered by them because they're causing fear? You're getting bothered by them because they're causing fear. If they didn't cause fear, you wouldn't give a shit. All right? So go ahead and stop giving a shit now because of that fact, right? How you doing, bro? Hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing good, John. How you doing, buddy? But it's important little fact to remember, guys, because a lot of times we get tricked into thinking we give a shit about these thoughts, and it's just the fact that if they didn't bring fear, we wouldn't care anyway, right? So that makes it a little bit easier to just get up and go live your life and not give these thoughts so much credit. The two main keys right there. Get up, go live your life. Don't give these thoughts too much credit. All right, guys, I'm going to switch on over while I grab something real quick. That was the point of today's stream. Just something to kind of ground yourself a little bit, right? Something to kind of ground yourself a little bit so you don't fall down the rabbit hole with all of this BS. Very easy to fall down the rabbit hole with all this BS, but, sometimes it helps to ground yourself by reminding yourself, if this didn't bring any fear, if this thought didn't bring any fear, I wouldn't care anyway. So why am I trying to give it so much credit? I'm being bluffed, from the start anyway. So that's the thing, guys. The tired nervous system, it brings this fear, right? With these thoughts because it's registering a little bit too high. That's why they call it sensitization. It simply means you're sensitive, right? You're sensitive. So let's make it even more simple. If you weren't sensitive right now, right? That's to say, if your body wasn't sensitive right now, would you care about these thoughts, these negative, irrational thoughts, these automatic negative, irrational thoughts? If you weren't sensitive right now, would you care about them? Ask yourself that question, guys, right now. If you weren't sensitive, okay, right now, would you care about the thoughts as much or at all? I want chat answers here. I want you to partake here. Ask yourself that question. Let's all ask ourselves that question together. If I wasn't sensitive right now, I don't even want you to use the term sensitized, but if I wasn't sensitive right now, okay, would I care about these thoughts at all or nearly as much, right? If I wasn't sensitive. If I wasn't in a sensitive body at the moment, right? Would I give these thoughts as much credit or care about them at all? Ask yourself that question, and then let's get some answers in the chat. I want some serious answers to that question. Because this right here, guys, this right here is shining the light on the bluff that you're going through. This right here is shining the light on the bluff that you're going through. Olivia says absolutely not care at all. There you go. There you go. So, what happens is we get sensitive because we're obsessing too much. We give these negative intrusive thoughts too much credit. We give them too much credit. And we get sensitive to this sort of thing, and our body gets sensitive, right? But if your body wasn't sensitive, would you be able to brush these thoughts off? More than likely. More than likely. If you weren't sensitive, would you be able to kind of just shrug it off? Yeah, more than likely, right? So you need to remind yourself of this next time you want to fall down the rabbit hole. Yeah, exactly, Shade. Exactly, Shade. I wouldn't care as much if not sensitive. This is true. But my problem is I start to believe the content. So it's not that you're believing the content. Again, it's not so much that you're believing the content. You are registering the emotion of fear that the sensitive body sends you with these thoughts, and you're taking that as belief. Oh God, these thoughts are scaring me. I must believe them. I guess I do believe them. I guess I do believe them because look at the emotion that it's causing. But understand, that's the bluff right there. It's only causing that emotion of fear because you're in the sensitive body. Because once upon a time it wouldn't have, right? And you know that for a fact by looking back on your own past, right? So again, don't confuse the sensitive body giving you anxiety over irrational thoughts as somehow you believing them. It's just what a sensitive body does. Whether we like it or not, a sensitive body delivers a impactful blow over these negative, irrational thoughts because it's sensitive. Don't confuse the feeling of fear that a sensitive body brings with belief. You get what I'm saying? Because you're a rational person on the inside. On the inside, somewhere deep down in there, you're an irrational person, but you're in a sensitive body, right? Right? So somewhere deep down, you're a rational person because you know that person because you used to be that person, right? There's nothing wrong with having a mind, Kay. You can daydream and think about flowers and daisies, and you can use your mind to daydream or whatever you want to do. The mind is not a villain. We're not villainizing the mind. It's simply that when these negative, irrational thoughts come, you give them too much credit because they cause fear in your body. Just say, oh, there's that thought. Okay, you can be there if it wants. That thought can be there if it wants. But I know that it's only causing a reaction because my body is sensitive. So I'm just going to live my life. I'm getting on with my day, right? I'm gonna go do things I enjoy. I'm gonna get on with my life, retrain the brain. And if these thoughts want to come and be there, that's fine. But I know they only cause a reaction because I'm sensitive. So there's no point in fighting with them because if I wasn't sensitive, I wouldn't give a shit about them anyway, right? So it's okay. They can be there. You're not giving them too much credit. Whatever. You're not trying to fight them or force them out. Whatever. Thoughts come, and before we even know it, they've already came. So there's nothing we can do about it except remind ourselves that if I wasn't sensitive, it wouldn't cause such a reaction. That's what's going on. If I wasn't sensitive, it wouldn't cause such a reaction anyway, right? And then just live your life. If they want to be there, that's fine, you know. But instead of exerting so much effort trying to, run away from them or fear them so much, just remind yourself you're in a sensitive body, and that's okay because that's what a sensitive body does. It overreacts, right? And then go do something you enjoy. You don't have to binge watch my videos all day, right? Why one day is fine and other days I feel like crap. That's a very normal part of healing. Ups and downs, they do happen, dude. Don't beat yourself up about that. I like to just call it retraining days, getting on with your life. Getting on with your life, understanding that maybe you've just got a sensitive nervous system right now, a sensitive body, not giving the fear too much credit. And then go do something you enjoy. It's much easier that way than sitting around and triggering yourself on forums and stuff. Once you've been told by a doctor, that you're dealing with anxiety and panic, it's time to realize that yes, you've got a sensitive body. It's time to, not give these thoughts too much credit. We should never give these thoughts too much credit regardless, right? Because, these negative intrusive thoughts, they come with or without our say so. What's the highest ultimate level of acceptance one can attain? The highest ultimate level of acceptance, there's not really levels to it. You're either accepting or you're laying in bed on forms, right? You're either getting on with your day, doing things you enjoy, little or big things, and then, even if it's just laying on the couch watching a funny movie or whatever, and you're not giving these thoughts too much credit because you know that you're just in a sensitive body, right? Hope that made sense, Shade. Get a drink real quick, guys. Hey, well, again, try not to confuse the emotion of fear with belief, right? Just because your sensitive body causes, fear over certain thoughts or whatever doesn't necessarily mean that you believe them, right? And you can kind of think back on your past and prove that to yourself. You can think back to your past and prove that to yourself, the person you used to be before sensitive nerves. So, I used to make that mistake a lot. I used to confuse the emotion of fear with belief, right? And just because you're in a sensitive body and it causes fear, these irrational negative thoughts cause fear, that doesn't mean there's belief there, right? So again, if the thought didn't cause so much fear, would you care about it? Probably not. Not at all, right? So, or at least not as much. And the reason it causes so much fear is because you are sensitive right now, right? So understand that instead of giving these thoughts too much credit, you know? Let's see here a second, guys. Let's do this real quick. Get us some tunes going. Get us some tunes going. You guys let me know if it's too loud or anything like that. Hey, just trying to help people out, Oliver, you know what I mean? If it helps somebody, it helps somebody, then it's worth it. If it helps somebody, it helps somebody, then, completely worth it at that point. What's up, Z? Welcome, Z. How you doing, bruh? John over here singing. Is it okay to still have fears that are good to avoid, like acting on OCD thoughts or daring yourself to do things that might ruin relationships? Well, you still got to be responsible for your own actions, dude. Just because you're not having something that triggers you, you know better, right? There comes a point where you know better. Just because you're having a thought that, what you're basically saying is it okay to have fears that keep me from doing something? You know better, dude. It's like, just because you're not giving so much credit to your negative irrational thoughts doesn't mean you're going to do something stupid. You know what I mean? Like, you still have your moral compass. You still know better. You still know what actions to take as far as, choices go, like your relationship, for example. Should I cheat on my partner? Probably not. So as far as real life goes, and not just overthinking and catastrophizing and what ifing, as far as your real life goes, you know better, dude. Like, you know what, is the best choice of action probably to take, right? You still have like your moral compass, you know what I mean? So the good question, but yeah, you still have like your moral compass. You still know right from wrong as far as in this moment, like, actions are concerned. It's like, for example, I know not to touch a hot stove, even if I don't have the thought, hey, don't touch that hot stove. I just know not to touch that hot stove. I don't like to call them setbacks, Abel. I like to call them retraining. Sensitization just means you're at like a peak. It's just when your nervous system gets really, really tired. and you're kind of triggered by a lot of things. But really, those terms don't matter, because whether you're just dealing with some anxiety that you're looking to get some tips on, or whether you're dealing with, full blown, tired, nervous, whatever the case may be, those terms and labels don't really matter that much, because at the same time, it's all about living your life. It's all about not giving these negative thoughts so much credit, man. Not falling down that rabbit hole with them. Just, seeing them for what they are. And living your life, doing things that you enjoy doing, you know what I mean? Showing your brain that all is okay. You guys like lo-fi? Everybody here can agree on that, yeah? That was a good question, Thomas. Good question, Sean. Just because we're not giving so much thoughts to these negative irrational thoughts that are triggering us because we're in a sensitive body, doesn't mean we lose our moral compass. Doesn't mean that we lose our ability to do what's right for us. Well, see, that's a good example, Henry, because let's say that you weren't in a sensitive body right now, which is to imply that you don't have sensitive nerves, right? Would the thought of a UTI bother you that much? A lot of people get UTIs. Would the thought of that bother you as much if it didn't trigger you? If you weren't in a sensitive body? Probably not, right? Probably not. So don't be bluffed by fear. Grab something real quick, guys. I'm not a huge fan of this song. Go do something you enjoy today, guys. Even if it's big or small. Go at your own pace, perfection not required. And when these negative, irrational thoughts come, just remember, I'm just sensitive right now. I don't have to give that so much credit, even if it causes some fear. And then do something you enjoy. You might not feel like it, but it helps. You're showing your brain that all is well. Hey man, that's excellent, dude. There's still some thoughts and sensations. Doesn't really bother me anymore. I've been feeling normal for the past few days. Well, you know, you don't have to tell yourself, I know I'll have a setback. Don't worry about it. Just keep living, dude. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I love your attitude towards that. But yeah, don't stress it too much. Don't stress it too much. Trying to find some new music. Thoughts can come and go, feelings can come and go. It's okay. It's okay to feel whatever you feel. It's okay to have whatever thoughts you have. Just remind yourself you don't have to fear it too much. Go do something you enjoy, live your life, you know. They might bug you for a bit. Hey, what's up, Craig? Craig the man. What's up? You know, sometimes I know it can be difficult, but don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Those nerves will heal. Just gotta get back into life in little big ways, you know. Don't give too much credit to those negative thoughts. When a thought is there and it's triggering you, go do something you enjoy and just let that thought be there. Remind yourself you're just sensitive. It's okay. You'll teach the brain that that's not needed. You'll teach the brain that that's not needed. Well, good morning, Craig. Sleepyhead. It's like coffee shop vibes. Well, yeah, your nerves can flare up at different points, Migs. like during your journey. That's fine. Panic attacks, nothing to be afraid of, dude. I know it feels like in the moment, it's like, oh crap, strong sensations. But I just want you to take a step back, right? Just take a step back. Remind yourself these are just some sensations that are going through my body right now, right? I'm fine. I'm safe. Observe those feelings for what they are instead of telling yourself horror stories. Oh, shoulders feel a little bit better today. Craig, remind yourself, dude. It's fine. It's okay. You can feel however you feel. No need to get worried about it. You're not trying to say, oh God, I don't want to feel this. It's okay, man. Let yourself feel. Let yourself feel. It's just some anxiety, you know? Allow it. It's okay to feel that. There's nothing wrong with feeling a little bit of extra energy in the body, right? Whatever symptoms come, we're dealing with anxiety. If you've been dealing with anxiety and panic for a while, then you know the deal. So it's okay. Oh, hamburger emoji. I wouldn't say completely fearless, Sean. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of spiders. That's just a few things to name. Anxiety is not one of them. It's when we become afraid of anxiety. There's no need to fear anxiety. And that's what we start to learn throughout this journey. We start to learn that, you know what? If my body wants to trigger me, if my body wants to bring me fear, that's okay. That's okay. I'm living my life anyway. And that's one of the things we start to learn on this journey. The most crucial thing that we start to learn on this journey. And that's how you can get those nerves, to really start to heal up. To be like, you know what? I'm going to show my brain that all is well by living my life. Letting these thoughts kind of come, just reminding myself I don't have to give them too much credit. And then go and live my life in little or big ways. Perfection not required. Right? Go at your own pace. Sometimes I feel like I overcomplicate anxiety recovery. Can you put it in simple, straightforward form? Go do the dishes. That's an example we gave the other day. Just go live, man. You don't have to exert yourself. You don't have to, but just go live. Just go live. And, you'll teach the brain that all is well. And when these negative intrusive thoughts come, you don't have to give them so much credit. Just go live. See, a lot of times, what happens is we spend all day on the forums, we spend all day doing this and that. It's okay to watch a video from time to time, but otherwise, you know what you're dealing. If you're dealing with, anxiety, panic, irrational, intrusive thoughts, we give them too much credit, and that's what Dr. Claire Weeks calls second fear. So just go live. It's okay to be triggered. It's okay to have these feelings. It's okay to have these thoughts. But just go live anyway. Go do big or small things. It doesn't matter. You don't have to go cliff diving. Just do little things you enjoy. And it's okay if you're triggered during, right? You're teaching yourself. You're teaching yourself that it's okay. This is like some decent lo-fi, but I'm gonna need something better. I'm gonna need something better than this. Spider-Man. I haven't listened to this one in a while, chat. We used to play this like every stream. Hey, that's sometimes why I tell people, you don't have to binge watch my videos all day. You know what I mean? Like, I've got a lot of videos, but they're all pretty much the same point, just put in different ways. What is the name? This is like let's see, like best non-copyrighted music 2020. 1 hour copyright-free music mix. This particular song I think is called. Wait. Where is it? Clear My Head by Ellis. Too much lately. I just need to clear my. We used to listen to this mix all the time on the stream, but I figured I'd give it a break because, you know, it was very often. First and foremost, man, I would don't take what anybody says too seriously about you. You know, if they're trying to insult you or whatever, you don't have to let that get under your skin. You know. Should we slap school kids when they tease us, bro? You know I can't tell you to do that. Don't. God. Ask your parents what you should do. Hey, but you're a good kid, bro. You're a good kid. Hey, you're a good kid, bro. Don't believe the haters. I like it actually. Yeah, it's a great mix, dude. Like we used to listen to it all the time. But I started to burn it out a little bit, so I figured I'd give it a break. But it's been a while. I think Linux is like 11 though. I don't think he's gonna know what the ego mind is just yet. Still going strong. Hope you're doing well. Hey, I appreciate that, Critical. Oh. Shoulders are getting a little bit better today, guys. A little bit.
I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me.
Oh, I didn't catch that ad in time. Hey, Linux, which I don't even know if that's how you pronounce your name or not. You're a good kid, bro. When people tease you, don't worry so much about it. Don't take it so personally. Live your life and enjoy your day, bro. It's been a while since I've seen you, Critical. How are you doing, man? It's good to see you, bro, after so long. Feel like a DJ or something. You guys think I'd be a good DJ? Here, let me see. I'm just gonna drop it in the chat. There you go, Miller. That's a link to the music. I think the last song was called Gizmo by something Cole. And then Clear My Head was the name of the one before that by Ellis. So Ellis, Clear My Head, Sin Cole, Syn Cole, Gizmo. And this one's called Diamond Eyes, Everything. Warner Bros. A DJ, hell yeah. Let me see. So the one that I like the most out of this mix, probably this one. Is that two L's? So that's the name of this song right there. That's the name of another one right there. That last one we listened to. Come on, guys, we're having a dance party. Come on, we're having a dance party. I don't care what irrational, negative, intrusive thoughts you're having right now. They're BS. The anxiety, you're safe. We're having a dance party. Probably my favorite one out of the whole mix. Let's do it. Music is good for the soul, man. It's funny because I only listen to like lo-fi type music or like dance beats like this when I'm on the stream, mostly because it's my only choice, copyright free stuff. But I actually love it, so
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found.
where's everybody from, man?
Yeah, I'm aware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant
To
the
goth
world
heavy
to
metal.
me.
I mean, I like some metal, you know. I used to be a bigger metalhead than I am now, but actually, when I listen to music, my anxiety symptoms gradually go away, to be honest. It's because you're starting to focus more on living. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point of one of the two main keys, which is to live life. You start to focus a little bit more on living. Maybe not 100%. You know, that's why I say perfection not required. But you start to focus a little bit more on living, right? Thoughts are still going to be there. They're still going to be there, right, for the time being. But you're still living anyway. You're showing your brain what's up, dude. Retraining.
My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the
Cali, okay, okay.
stratosphere.
Nice. What's the weather like in Cali?
Who kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so. And now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves. Laugh at you when you laughed at
Well,
me.
that's the thing about living, Sean. You know, if somebody's listening to music, chances are they're not giving as much credit to their anxiety and their negative thoughts anymore. So I wouldn't call it a coping method. Just live, do what you enjoy, man. If you want to listen to music, listen to music. If you want to do whatever you want to do, right? Live, live. The anxiety and the thoughts can come and go as they please. You're not giving them too much credit. You're showing your brain what's up. Chance of rain. It's supposed to rain like all next week here. All next week. Which I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. I love the rain. I've always been that kind of guy to enjoy a good rainy day. No, absolutely, Sean. Absolutely. I appreciate that, bro. But I get what you're saying. Like, you know, if someone's like saying, oh God, go away, anxiety, go away, you know, yeah, don't do that. Just listen to music because you enjoy listening to music. You know what I mean? Whether you're anxious or not. to me. Where'd our music go? Well, anxiety is like the body's natural response to a perceived threat or a danger, right? And fear is usually something over a future event or occurrence. A lot of what ifing. I mean, they're more or less the same. I wouldn't get, too confused about it. Accept your fear, accept your anxiety, and it'll lose its hold over you. Ugh. Just need to clear my Well, it's like, you start coming up with all these fears in your head and you start entertaining them, and then anxiety kicks in. So fear, anxiety, they kind of go hand in hand. I mean, a lot of people have different ways of interpreting it. Hey, you know what we say, man? Perfection not required, dude. You're allowed to go at your own pace, but you got this. Show your brain what's up. I would never personally put too much pressure on somebody by saying, "Oh, you need to be perfect at this," because it's not something you need to be perfect at. You're learning, you're growing. You know about your condition, what you're going through, one step at a time. Let's see. Let me find. Let me find something here. thought that was supposed to have rain in it. What is this? It's a rainy day for a lot of people, so we're gonna get some rain noises going. Set a soothing atmosphere here. And just, just to go along with the theme, we're gonna do this too. Let's see. Is this slowly turning into a rain ASMR stream? It just might be. Just might be, guys. Everybody sit back, relax, kick your feet up. Starting to sound like Dr. Claire Weeks now. Let your stomach churn. Let your heart race. I know exactly what you're referring to. Like the exact video that you're referring to. Hailstones here? Oh. It's been a while since we've had any of that. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had any hailstones. Oh. Stream went from like disco club to like rain ASMR all of a sudden. It's pretty chill, it's pretty relaxing. It's supposed to be a rainy week all week here, so we're just all kind of kicked back. It's not too loud or anything, is it? If it is, I can turn it down. Okay, good volume. Cool, cool, cool. Like I've got my own volume on my end, but I can never hear how loud it is for you guys, so I kind of rely on you guys to let me know. Oh. Yeah, you get back those negative feelings, you know what I mean? You get back all them negative feelings if you give those negative thoughts too much power. Well, they're not killing you, but they are activating your nervous system. So the thing is, you don't want to give them too much credit. A thought is just a thought, you know, and then once we get involved with it and we give it too much credit, we got to remind ourselves we're in a sensitive body. You know, if you are in a sensitive body, okay, it's going to overreact to negative thoughts. That's what a sensitive body does. So just remind yourself of that and then live your life instead of trying and exerting so much effort with these thoughts. It's a lot easier, for example, when you get a negative thought, when you're in a sensitive body, to remind yourself, oh, my body's going to overreact to this, because that's what a sensitive body does. Instead of instead of trying to dive too deep with it, you know what I mean? And then just live your life. It's a lot easier than exerting all that effort over thoughts that wouldn't trigger you if you didn't have a sensitive body anyway, you know? I think that was a big one for me, guys. You know, like back in the day when I was going through my journey, I think a big tip that really helped me out was just remembering that. You know, if I wasn't in a sensitive body, I wouldn't be giving this thought or whatever so much credit. You know, because it wouldn't be causing so much fear. It's causing so much fear because I'm in a sensitive body, and if I wasn't, I wouldn't care. You know. So just remembering the facts of the condition that's happening right now will help you continue. Just get on with your life, living your life, and take that strain off yourself, and it'll help soothe those nerves, you know? Dude, I miss the green screen. I miss it. It's just such a hassle. Using green screen, I don't know, for me personally, it was a lot harder than it seems. I mean, maybe I just did something wrong, but it's like trying to get that lighting just right. I don't know. feel like the rain just picked up a lot. The heck? With subtitles on. I think it's got like a bot. There's like a subtitle bot. YouTube, I don't know. It probably messes up from time to time, but I'm sure it's just like voice recognition. Love from Pakistan, bro. Much love to you, bro. Ruminating of the same thought. Well, you kind of realize that you're doing it when you're doing it, and remind yourself. It helps to just remind yourself, hey, I've just got a sensitive body right now. That's what's causing these thoughts to carry so much weight. You know what I mean? Just kind of remind yourself of the facts, and then live your life. And if you catch yourself ruminating, that's fine. Perfection is not required. Just try to always remind yourself of why these thoughts are carrying so much weight. It's because you're sensitive. If you weren't, if you were back to your old self, which you will be soon, these thoughts wouldn't carry so much weight, guys. So it kind of helps to remember that. But again, perfection is not required. Don't beat yourself up. And then just keep living your life. Well, that's why we say live your life. If you're ruminating, if you get up and you live your life in little or big ways, that helps. You don't have to exert yourself, but just do some things you enjoy. There you go, Abel. There you go, bro. How have you been, Abel? Hey, much love, bro. Much love. You know, I do my best to try to support people because I've been there, I've done that, I know how it feels. It's not the easiest thing in the world to go through, but you know, it helps to have support to learn about your body and mind. I think the rain sounds are putting people to sleep. It is quite relaxing, I must say. I feel like they're getting louder. Turn it down just a bit. It won't be too loud. Don't want it to be too loud. Sounds like you're doing much better, Abel. Much, much better. That's awesome, dude. You should be proud of yourself. It's like we talked about yesterday, guys. You know, focus on your progress, not your problems. It's really easy to get down on yourself sometimes and be like, oh, you know, I could be doing better at this, I could be doing better at that, but that's just unneeded strain, man. It's just unneeded stress. You don't need to do that to yourself. Everybody's allowed to go at their own pace. Everybody's allowed to not be perfect. You're learning, you're growing, you're facing things, you know. You're learning how to see this anxiety, to see this fear for what it is, you know. And sometimes that's not, if for a lot of the time, that's not a straightforward thing. Sometimes you have better days than other days, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you're going backwards. It doesn't mean you're back at square one. You're learning, you're growing, you know? Nobody's perfect. And that's why yesterday it was all about focusing on your progress, not your problems. It's like a human condition though. You know, a lot of us are kind of wired to focus on our problems and not our progress. So that's why I kind of made that stream yesterday. Oh, don't worry, bro. You'll overcome. You'll overcome what you're going through, man. I'm just kind of here for you guys to be like, yo, I know how it feels. I'm giving you a pat on the back, you know, help you through it. Nothing wrong with a helping hand. Right, Jennifer? I figured it was making people sleepy. It's making me a little bit sleepy. I wonder how many people in the stream are napping. I'm still here, guys, just taking this opportunity to work on the channel a little bit. I've got the chat pulled up on my second monitor, though. I can't play anything that's copyright material, Oliver, unless it's copyright free. Yeah, unfortunately, I wish I could play copyrighted stuff. That'd be awesome. What's up, Simon? Yeah, we just got some rain sounds going, bro. Just kicking back, you know. Oh, let's see. Was that the end of it? We listened to that whole thing. I think we did. How's your day been today, Simon? Good to see you, dude. How's the weather? It's supposed to rain all week, but right now it's pretty warm actually. Yeah, it's a little bit rough, but it's getting better, man. Well, yeah, Ryder. I mean, you know, don't get too caught up on terms. You can have, issues with anxiety or whatever and not have a full blown tired nervous system. I mean, there's really no such thing as, oh, it takes this long, oh, it takes that long. You know what I mean? It's just you feel what you feel, you have the thoughts that you have. Sometimes your nervous system can be more tired than others. So the terms are really irrelevant. It all, the advice kind of stays the same. Oh, I'm in Virginia, Abel. I'm not at the moment, Simon. Having more good days than bad. That's progress, man. That's progress. You should be proud of that. It's like we said yesterday, always look at your progress, not your problems. A lot of you guys have come a long way. Hey man, I'm happy to help, Ryder. A little relaxing rain stream. I bet a lot of people fell asleep. Ooh. Look at my headset falling off my head, guys. I had to give the shoulders a break for a minute. I had to give the shoulders a break for a minute. Plus, I'm not going to lie, the rain sounds were very, very relaxing. Megan, thank you so much for the $10 tip, Megan. I might be late on that one, but thank you so much for that, Megan. Shout out to Megan. Megan's my homie. This has been a long stream today, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It's mostly because I'm feeling kind of lazy, so I'm feeling kind of lazy. I don't really want to. It's one of those days, you know what I mean, where it's just like I'm just kicking back today. funny because it's not even cold out. Like it's actually a really, really warm day. But I have to wear a hoodie because my setup is right beside the air conditioner. I can't turn the air conditioner off because then I'll just burn up. But I have to wear a hoodie because I'm right beside it. Oh, what a predicament. What a predicament, guys. Homies for life. Yes. Yes. 100%. Loving all the tunes earlier, Wonder Bro. Thank you, thank you. That's one of my favorite mixes. I wish we could use copyright stuff, but unfortunately we can't do that. So I have to be kind of picky on it. But one of my favorite mixes in the chill vibes later on. Hey, sometimes it's good just to sit back, listen to those beautiful rain sounds, and just relax a little bit. That's why I say, everybody, you don't have to put too much pressure on yourself. It is about getting on with life. It is about living life. It is about not giving those thoughts too much credit. Understanding that you just have a sensitive body, you know, instead of adding so much second fear, and just living your life, retraining your brain. But sometimes it's okay to kick back. As long as you're kicking back and relaxing and reminding yourself you just have a sensitive body, doing something you enjoy, maybe listening to something you enjoy, relaxing your body. As long as you're not sitting there like, oh God, go away, anxiety, oh God. I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty tired there for a minute with those rain sounds. Like I got pretty tired. I'd say half of the chats probably fell asleep by now. I feel like these rain sounds pick up from time to time. Maybe it's just me. Like it makes me want to adjust the volume, and then I'm like, oh, in a second it'll die down. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do, hold on. I want to change, well, I don't know if I want to change the title of this stream. I just want to add something to it. I'm going to put long stream hangout. Because this pretty much at this point has turned into a hangout stream. It's okay to be drained, Megan. Just get some rest, you know. Tonight you'll sleep like a baby. You don't have to exert yourself. I'm sure these rain sounds aren't helping you with the sleepiness. They're putting my ass to sleep. I couldn't tell you guys how many nights I fell asleep to rain sounds. It's my favorite. Absolute favorite. Hey, what's up, Owen? How you doing, bro? Welcome to our super chill stream today, complete with rain sounds. Complete with rain sounds. Need to jump back a little bit on the sounds. About to run out of video. Has anybody here ever played Pajama Sam? Anybody? I'm good. I've been doing really well recently. That's awesome, Owen. So proud of you, dude. Hey, man, I'm happy for you and your success, bro, for real. Keep it up. And if you're in here right now and you're not feeling the best, keep it up. You're going to get there. Just live life, man. Live life. Don't give these thoughts too much damn credit. You're going to get there. Rain sounds are awesome. I agree, Owen. Although they do put my ass to sleep. But maybe it's relaxing some people out there. Hey, what's up, Laura? Welcome. Welcome to our super long, super chill stream, complete with rain sounds. Remember, guys, if you weren't in a sensitive body, those thoughts wouldn't carry so much weight. So why do you make them important now? Just realize you're being bluffed, right? Live your life, man. Anxiety, panic, harmless. My success is mostly up to you. I appreciate you a lot, bro. Hey, don't cut yourself short, man. You still had to put in the work, so you should be proud of yourself, bro. But hey, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to help. Proud, proud, proud. Congrats, Owen. Hey, man, keep it up. Everybody goes at their own pace. Don't concern yourself too much about timelines because those are impossible. It's a pointless worry. Nothing says that you can't start making progress today. Nothing says that you can't feel better today. So just keep it up, man. Keep going. Proud of you. Congrats. Well, the whole act how you want to feel thing, that basically comes down to accept your feelings, accept your negative irrational thoughts because you know deep down somewhere in your heart that they are irrational. You just have a sensitive body. And when you go on about your day, quote unquote, acting how you want to feel, it makes you feel better because you're showing your brain there's no real tiger, right? I mean, you don't have to exert yourself. You can have time to relax and have time to rest as long as you're doing it in such a way where you're not like, oh God, anxiety, go away, go away. Kick your feet up, man. Live your life. Live it how you want to live it. And just remember these anxiety and panic, it's not going to kill you. It's not going to harm you. And these thoughts that come and go, sorry, I'm still having some voice issues. These irrational thoughts that come and go, they only trigger you so much because your body's sensitive right now. So you don't have to give them too much credit. Just live your life, man. Do what you want to do. It's okay to have ups and downs, Kevin. You can't retrain if you're not anxious, right? The whole point of this journey is not to ever not be anxious again. You're going to get to a point where you're not anxious. You're going to get to a point where you're back to your old self again. But you can't be like, my symptoms got better, now they're back, now I'm back to freaking out. Don't freak out. That's the whole point of this journey, dude. So what your symptoms came back? So what? So what you had a good day and now today's not that great? So what? That's the whole point. The whole point is that, yes, you're triggered, you have these symptoms, but you're just living your life. You're proving to your brain that there's no real danger. Take advantage of it, dude. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Take advantage of it. So what if my symptoms are present? That's the whole point of recovery, retraining. Showing your brain that there's no real danger. And then eventually you're going to get to a point where that's not a problem anymore. And you are back to your old self, you know? So I hope that makes some sense there. 'Hey, what's up, Jesse? How long we been streaming, guys? 2.5 hours? Damn. A long ass stream. This is a long ass stream, bro. I thought you'd be watching the free live event. There's a free live event? Oh, no, bro. I mean, I don't watch everything he puts out, you know? Some things, maybe. Yeah, exactly, Laura. Exactly. So you remind yourself of that next time they come instead of giving them so much credit, and just live your life and just they can come if they want, be there if they want, whatever, but just remind yourself of that. Yeah, exactly, Jesse. Hey, Abel, man, thank you for the $10 tip, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you, brother. Hashtag Abel. Hey, man, I do look like a hermit with my hoodie today. I look like a little hermit with my hoodie all pulled up. Grab something to drink real quick, guys. Try to clear this throat a little bit. Hey, thank you so much, Megan. Thank you so much, Abel, for your tips. I really appreciate it, guys. Helps me out a ton. Thank you. Fallout New Vegas was the best. I loved Fallout New Vegas, dude. It was so good. A second $10 tip, I believe, from Abel. Hey, man, shout out, dude. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, for real, shout out, bro. I appreciate you. Let's get you up into the stream MVPs. Hey, for real, thank you, bro. Thank you. Sided with the Legion the first game. It's been so long since I played it, dude. I think I had multiple playthroughs. Hey, thank you again, Abel. I appreciate you, man. I hope I'm saying your name right, bro.
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey.
Abel, bro. Bro, 3 tips from Abel. Abel, thank you so much, dude. I think it's the same person, right? Abel, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you, for real. For real, for real. Thanks, bro. Hey, huge shout out to Abel in the chat, guys. I know there's not a whole lot of us around right now because we've been doing this for almost 3 hours. Um, One of those chill streams. But huge shout out to Abel, man. Huge shout out. Let's get some emojis in the chat for the people that are still around. Like I said, I think there's only a handful of us right now. But let's get some emojis in the chat for Abel and Megan. Heck yeah. Yeah, I played Fallout 76. I have it. It's a pretty good game. I like it. I know it got a lot of hate at first, but I think it's a pretty good game personally. Hey, what's up, Letty? What's up, Cade? It's good to see you guys. Need to rate them on Fallout 76. Hey, guys, give me like 2 seconds, okay? Your boy's feeling hungry. I need to grab a snack real quick. Ugh. If my shoulders will let me get up, that is. I might be stuck here. what is going on? What is playing? What was that? It must have just went to the next video, I guess. I don't know what the deal with that was. Okay. What's up, everybody? Hey, it's all good, Abel. Hey, man, I'm glad the videos helped you, dude. Your boy had to get some cheese sticks. Ooh, it was hot. What the hell? Oh.
I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey.
Hey, thank you so much for the $10 tip, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out, shout out. I appreciate you, brother. Almost 3 hours, bro. Well, it's kind of like this, dude. As we go throughout our lives, we're always giving these negative, intrusive thoughts too much credit. We're always fueling the fire of this anxiety, you know? And sometimes that can feel like it's built up, you know what I mean? Uh, well, I think heavy drug use could have a lot to do with, some people that go through heavy drug use can't experience anxiety. It's nothing you can't overcome. There's a few pleasures, it's okay to, in my opinion, it's okay to have some pleasures in life. Maybe some people take it to the extreme. But again, that's just my opinion. Some people may use it as a means to, what's a good way to put this? If they're feeling anxious, they might, resort to heavy drug use or something like that. But at some point, we got to be like, you know what? I can stop fueling this fire. So if you've been through heavy drug use in the past, I can see why, I can see that why that would happen. Yeah, the middle way. Yeah. I agree with you. It's okay to have some pleasures in life, but some people take it to the extreme, you know? Shoot, why is that so low all of a sudden? Yeah, man. So, acceptance is kind of a way of not pushing away feelings anymore, allowing yourself to feel the anxiety instead of adding so much second fear to it, which in the end just you keep yourself in the cycle. Instead, it's just about living life, and these anxious feelings come, accepting them for what they are instead of making up stories about what they are not. Not giving so much credit to these negative thoughts either. Yeah, no second fear, brother. Second fear is just a continuation of the suffering. It doesn't have to be turned into suffering. We get these thoughts, we can't help that we got these thoughts. They come automatically, and they're usually a result of the state that we're in. So, we can't take them as full truth anyway. And, if we've got a tired body, this tired body registers, it overreacts. So we can't take any of this too seriously. We don't want to add that second fear to it. Thoughts and feelings. See them for what they are. No need to add second fear to them. No second fear, bro. You heal that nervous system. We haven't been doing like quite as many streams as we normally do, so I figured we'd make up for it today. What's up, Terry? Hey, Wonder Bro, just stopped by to say hi. I'm doing great nowadays and living life to the fullest again. Thanks to your advice. Thanks again, my friend, for all that you do. Hey, I appreciate you, Terry. That's awesome, dude. Congrats, man. So proud of you. Keep it up. I love hearing that. I really, really do. Well, I think what you mean is you're not fearing them, right? Was that a car horn on the video? We're putting everybody to sleep today with the rain. That's what we're doing, guys. I like this guy, bro. What's up, Will? How you doing, bro? It's been a minute since I've seen you. Hope you're doing good. Hey, the voice is getting better, bro. It's like it's not 100% yet, but it's definitely getting better. Right, Will? That's what I said, bro. Yeah, it's not 100% yet, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely, man. How have you been? You doing good? Hope you're doing good, bro. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's putting everybody to sleep. I am happy to hear that, Will. It's good to see a familiar face. What games have I played recently? I mainly just play 5M, GTA mod. I play that a lot. Will's the man, bro. It might be uploaded, Olivia. Do you play 5M daily? Not daily, but when I do play something, it usually is 5M. Hey, I appreciate that, Edward. I'm glad you're enjoying it, dude. It's supposed to rain all week here, so it's one of those things. It's like, I love the rain. Puts me to sleep, though. Excuse me, Nova. Excuse me, girlie. Thank you. Thank you, Nova. I appreciate you. Ugh. Trying to get my spot situated here. How long we streaming? I don't really have a set time at the moment. It's kind of going with the flow, you know. Somebody did recommend the whole TikTok thing to me, Edward. Or Arnold, sorry. Somebody did recommend that to me, and I was thinking about it. Haven't made any decisions yet, but I was considering it. Excuse me, Nova. Well, I mean, that's why we always do the main point of the stream first on the different screens. So, like, if you click around, you can easily tell if we're doing the short 10-minute part of the stream that covers what's in the title, or if we're in, like, post stream, for example. So, I don't know if anyone would sit around for post stream if they, you know what I mean, if they know that it's post stream. Like, you can look at the screen and tell. So, it's like the streams are kind of like, if you look at the screen and we're on the main stream, then there's your short video. But you don't have to stick around for the post stream if you don't want to. So that's kind of why I did the screens like that. I don't think anyone would be like, damn, I wish that there was a short video today. I'm going to stick around for the whole 3 hour stream, but I wish it was shorter. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. But if you are ever confused, just look at what screen we're on, and that'll tell you. We lost our rain sounds, guys. That's okay. I think we've done that long enough.
I have.
That's an ad. Yeah, man, exactly, Terry. Exactly, bro. It's like once I started to notice that people were kind of treating it like an anxiety form, I was like, nah, you're just hurting yourself in the end. Which, I mean, to be fair, even without the group there, they're probably just going to hop on another form anyway. But I hope they don't. I hope they don't. What's up, Preston? Yeah, see, that's the thing, Will. I don't feel sick. I mean, I've got this voice thing going on, a slight headache, but that's about it. Like, I really don't feel that bad. The voice is getting a little bit better, though. How'd you catch COVID? It's not COVID, right? I knew people would assume that. Like about a week ago when we did our first stream, I was like, "Oh gosh, people are gonna think I've got COVID." That's funny. That's funny. Ugh. No, it's not COVID. It's not COVID, bro. You guys don't have to worry about me. I don't even feel sick. I lost my voice from doing 3 live streams one day. Yeah, the what ifs are crazy. Yeah, I did like 3 live streams back to back one day and I threw my voice out. It's been like this for like 6 days now. Don't worry, I can still smell and taste everything. I'm still fat as ever. Yeah, I think you were telling me about that, Will. Yeah, exactly, Preston. Just like we were just talking about, the tends to want to jump to the worst case scenario, you know? It's kind of being human, but when you're in a tired body, that becomes like tenfold. You got to realize that it's happening. Like, oh, there goes my mind again, catastrophizing. You know, and if I wasn't in a tired body, these thoughts wouldn't bring so much weight. So it's nothing to be concerned about. It's just, you know, when I'm in a tired body, thoughts tend to bring more weight than they normally do, which is part of being in a sensitive body, right? So to heal, you just soothe yourself a little bit. You remind yourself you don't have to add second fear. Second fear is basically just categorized as um, chalking your feelings and thoughts up for more than they deserve instead of just living. You know what I mean? Christian Mingle. What's up, Joseph? Sounds like you're making progress, Preston. That's great, dude. Sounds like you're definitely making progress. You always crack me up, Will. Hey, I appreciate that, Joseph. I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I missed you more, Will. I missed you more. Hey, I'm happy to help. Thank you for everything you do. You honestly help me with my anxiety tremendously, and I love the daily advice you give us. Hey, that's awesome. I'm happy to help. Thank you. I'm happy to help, guys. Happy to help. All right, guys. It's been an extremely long stream, almost 4 hours now, so I am going to go ahead and end this one here. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much for all that you do for me. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next stream and or video.